Once again, V calls out fans for their behavior, asking for nothing more than basic respect. And once again, he's met with silence. How many times does he have to ask? A top dancer opens up about her bond with V, what really happened behind the scenes, and how their connection went deeper than just choreography. Meanwhile, the internet is flooded with AI-generated fake photos of BTS members. It's not just disturbing, it's dangerous. And still, no one is stepping in to stop it. And in a twist no one saw coming, rumors are spreading that a NewJeans member quietly visited V during his military service, despite her group trying to destroy Hybe. Watch until the end to learn all the details. Once again, V calls out fans and pleads for basic respect. And once again, he's ignored. How many times does he have to ask? BTS's V has sparked a major conversation, and it started with a quiet, honest comment during a live stream. While talking to fans on the app Weverse, V shared how dangerous things had become at airports. Crowds of excited fans often surround him when he travels, and recently, he said he didn't stop for photos. But it wasn't because he didn't care. It was because he was worried. People could get hurt. He reminded everyone that airports aren't private fan zones. They're public spaces meant for all travelers, not just celebrities and their followers. He also brought up something that used to work, the purple line. Back in 2018, a group of BTS fans had come up with this idea. They would stand in organized lines at the airport holding purple ribbons to create a clear path for BTS to walk safely through. Purple is BTS's symbolic color, and the project was a way to show love while also keeping things under control. V said he'd love to see that line return. If fans could make the space safe again, maybe he could wear something stylish and actually enjoy arriving at the airport. His comment hit home. Fans began sharing memories of the purple line and talking about how it could make a comeback. Many agreed that it would help not only BTS, but also ordinary travelers and airport workers who often get caught in the chaos. But this issue of airport madness isn't just about BTS. It's a bigger problem in the K-pop world, and things have taken a darker turn recently. In June, there was a disturbing scene at Incheon International Airport. A security guard for the group Hearts 2 Hearts elbowed a woman in the face and shoved her after she accidentally bumped into a member. The entire incident was caught on camera and quickly went viral. News outlets picked it up, and the public was shocked. The woman involved suffered injuries to her neck, head, and arm. She needed 4 weeks to recover. Later, she described the experience as humiliating and said she felt like she was treated more like an animal than a human being. The group's agency did issue an apology and said they were just trying to stop obsessive sasaeng fans, extreme fans known for stalking idols. But for many people, the explanation didn't cut it. That same month, fans of another group shared their own experience. One fan claimed security guards pushed her into a wall and hit her in the head. She said she was left dizzy and nauseous afterward. These incidents have led many people to ask whether the way agencies are handling crowd control is actually making things worse. Companies say they're protecting their artists from over-the-top fans, but when that protection turns violent, who really benefits? At the same time, fans are looking back at the purple line idea with regret. The campaign slowly disappeared a few years ago, partly because of jealousy and drama within the fandom. Some accuse the people organizing the lines, called the Army Safety Corps, of using their role just to get closer to BTS, but others remember it differently. Many volunteers had stood with their backs turned to BTS, choosing not to look at the members at all, just to make sure everything stayed safe and respectful. Now people are starting to recognize how valuable that kind of fan-led organization really was. Online, fans are once again asking for the purple line to return, not just for BTS, but as a model for other fandoms too. One fan online shared a frustration that many others seem to agree with. If certain fans didn't act so wildly, they said, then maybe all fans wouldn't be treated like threats. Bringing back something like the purple line, they believed, could help stop obsessive fans from getting so close they could see up an idol's nose. Other fandoms could copy the idea, making it easier for stars to move through public spaces without chaos and without putting regular travelers through the stress of a crowd stampede. That same person pointed out another uncomfortable truth. Companies aren't likely to stop releasing airport schedules. These public appearances build hype and keep fans engaged, but it often feels like the artists are paying the price with their peace of mind. V's simple comment might have sparked something bigger. Whether or not the purple line returns, the conversation about airport safety isn't going away. Jungkook just revealed a new chest tattoo that fans had no idea existed. A simple gym photo of Jungkook suddenly became the center of attention, and not just because he was working out. His fitness trainer, who often trains celebrities and occasionally posts photos with them, shared the image on his own social media account. In the picture, Jungkook is mid-workout, wearing a black beanie and a sleeveless black tank top. His muscular arms and shoulders were on full display, but what really got fans talking wasn't the outfit or the setting. It was something new, a colorful tattoo reaching from his shoulder up to his collarbone. Fans quickly noticed that this tattoo hadn't been seen before. Compared to his earlier ink, this one stood out more. It looked brighter, with stronger lines and deeper color. That made many people think it might be new, or at least freshly retouched. The full design wasn't completely visible, but what could be seen suggested that it was more detailed and bigger than his previous tattoos. In a twist no one saw coming, a NewJeans member may have visited V during his military service while trying to destroy Hybe. A rumor that had been floating around for over a year might have just been confirmed. NewJeans may have actually visited BTS's V during his military service. The story picked up again after a user on a Korean online forum posted a photo of what looked like a signed note from Haran, one of the members of NewJeans. The note was addressed to one of V's fellow soldiers and included a message wishing him health and happiness during his time in the military. What really caught people's attention, though, was the part where she asked the soldier to please take care of our second brother Taehyung, using V's real name. That small sentence was enough to convince many fans that the visit had actually happened in 2024, just like some had suspected at the time. According to the forum post, the soldier who received the note had once served alongside V and proudly shared Haran's message, showing off her signature as proof. While neither Hybe nor Ador ever officially confirmed the visit, the note seems to do it for them, at least unofficially. What makes the story even more interesting is that it's resurfacing at a time when NewJeans is stuck in a messy legal fight with Ador. The group is currently on an indefinite break. It's one of the biggest and most closely followed battles in the K-pop industry right now, with fans and insiders watching to see how it all plays out. Still, not everyone is thrilled about the Haran note being shared now. Some people online are questioning the timing. One commenter pointed out that back in 2024, things got tense after Min Hee-jin, the former CEO of Ador, made comments that led the South Korean military to check if V had been given special privileges during his service. They looked into whether he had used a phone outside of allowed hours to send messages, something that would be against the rules. But after an investigation, there was no proof that anything had been done wrong. That same commenter said they don't believe anything that comes from NewJeans or Min Hee-jin anymore. They felt like these kinds of moments were just ways to get attention, not genuine gestures. The mentioned incident happened when Min Hee-jin spoke about going through a rough time and mentioned that V had reached out to her from the military. She described how he used to call her often while serving, and even sent her a sweet message at midnight on her birthday, December 16th. But that detail, meant to sound touching, immediately raised eyebrows. V had enlisted just 5 days earlier, on December 11th. At that point, he would have still been in basic training, a period when soldiers have very limited phone access. Trainees are only allowed to use their phones for 1 hour on weekends or public holidays, and only during the afternoon. Midnight messages, especially so early into service, are simply not allowed. The situation quickly escalated. A concerned citizen filed a complaint with the Ministry of Defense, arguing that if V had really contacted someone in the middle of the night, it could suggest he was receiving special treatment. The complaint asked whether V's celebrity status had led military officials to bend the rules. It also pointed out that trainees don't get vacation time that early, and there's no way to pre-schedule texts from the training center. In reaction to this, the military released a statement saying that V had followed all the rules and only used his phone during permitted hours, just like every other trainee. There was no evidence of any exceptions or special privileges. Because of privacy laws, they couldn't share the exact times or contents of his calls and texts, but they made it clear that V had not broken any rules. Although the official investigation cleared V, public opinion remained divided. Many people started questioning Min Hee-jin's story. Her timeline didn't match up with military regulations, and some accused her of exaggerating to make herself seem close to V. What she may have intended as a heartfelt anecdote suddenly looks suspicious to many fans and critics. Now, nearly 2 years later, the situation is being brought back into focus because of Haran's handwritten note. Jin breaks the silence on body standards in K-pop and what it really means to be an idol. During a recent live stream, BTS's Jin opened up about how he sees his own body compared to the other members, and what being an idol means to him. What started off as a lighthearted conversation ended up touching on some big topics like body image, expectations, and how the K-pop world is slowly changing. Jin said that when he met up with the rest of BTS, the members joked that he looked like skin and bones. He had actually thought he had gained some weight, but standing next to them, who've clearly been hitting the gym hard during their military service, he realized he looked much slimmer in comparison. While most of the group now has broad shoulders and built-up muscle, Jin joked that he still looks like a real idol, meaning skinny and lean, which is the classic image K-pop fans are used to seeing. He laughed while saying that his fellow members seem to have forgotten what it means to be an idol, hinting that the traditional look for idols has always been thinner. But he wasn't criticizing them. He was just pointing out the difference in body types and how he personally views the image of an idol. For Jin, when he pictures an idol, he imagines someone with a smaller frame. Not because it's the best or only way to look, but because that's what he's always known. Still, he made sure to say that having a stronger or more muscular body can be good too. Everyone has their own opinion, and this was just his. He was careful to explain that he wasn't trying to say one body type is better than another, just that his own idea of what an idol looks like is based on what he's seen growing up in the industry. After the live stream, fans quickly picked up on what he said, and the internet filled with reactions. Some people said they were glad Jin brought it up, especially in a way that didn't shame anyone. They felt that his comments opened the door to talk more about how body expectations in K-pop are evolving. These days, idols are no longer expected to all look the same. More and more fans are supporting healthy bodies of all shapes and sizes. Others remembered how Jin has always handled this topic. Even when he was new to the industry, he wasn't afraid to challenge toxic diet culture. There's one moment fans often talk about, when Jin actually confronted the company's higher-ups about unhealthy pressure to be thin. He didn't just deal with it quietly. He pushed back. Instead of encouraging dangerous habits, he did something different. He made a show called Eat Jin. It started off as a casual thing, just him eating and chatting with fans. But it grew into something much more. For fans who struggled with food and body image, watching Jin eat comfortably without guilt helped them feel less alone. It was simple, but it made a real impact. Dancer opens up about her connection with BTS's V. Right after finishing his military service, BTS's V came back with something fans didn't see coming: 2 stunning dance videos alongside top Korean choreographer Lee Young. The performances weren't just impressive, they were emotionally powerful, beautifully synchronized, and full of chemistry. Within hours, fans across the world were sharing the clips and asking the same question: was this just a one-time thing, or was something bigger happening between the two artists? It didn't take long to get an answer. After the final episode of Street Woman Fighter 2, Lee Young gave an interview where she talked about working with V. She made it clear that this wasn't some quick promotional project. What they shared came from something deeper: a mutual love for dance and the same intense work ethic. Lee Young, who's already famous in Korea for her choreography and who recently worked on Netflix's K-pop Demon Hunters, said she was seriously impressed by how dedicated V was in the studio. Even though his main job is singing, she said he took dancing just as seriously as any full-time choreographer. He didn't show up just to learn a few moves. He practiced hard, listened to every piece of feedback, and pushed himself more than anyone expected. She said working with someone like that made her reflect on her own mindset and reminded her that there's no room for laziness, even when you're already successful. Lee Young described V as humble and hardworking. She said that despite being one of the most famous stars in the world, he treated every rehearsal like it mattered. That kind of dedication made a real impact on her. Fans didn't miss a beat. As soon as the videos were out, social media blew up with comments about their connection. People said the two looked like they had been dancing together for years. Many fans began hoping Lee Young would choreograph for BTS's upcoming performances. Some even wondered if she was already involved in the group's comeback plans. And that comeback is officially in motion. Now that all 7 BTS members have completed their military service, they're working together again. At the moment, they're in the United States collaborating on new music. Their next album is scheduled for release in spring 2026, and a world tour is already in the works. Although their label hasn't announced the exact dates, insiders say that production is already happening behind the scenes. For Lee Young, this collaboration has opened new doors. Already a respected figure in Korea's dance scene, her work with V has brought her even more international attention. She's known for creating bold, complex choreography and telling stories through movement, and now people around the world are watching to see what she'll do next. As for V, his return to the spotlight has been refreshingly different. He didn't kick things off with flashy headlines or a big solo event. Instead, he let his dancing do the talking. His choice to come back quietly through art and to do it alongside someone he respects showed fans where his heart really is. AI-generated fake photos of BTS members are becoming a serious problem, and no one is doing anything about it. A new gym photo of BTS's Jungkook and his trainer Ma Sun-ho recently started trending online, but not for the reason you might think. The original image, where Jungkook is seen in workout clothes posing with his trainer, was harmless. But shortly after it began making rounds on social media, another image suddenly appeared. This time, it showed Jungkook shirtless, revealing what looked like a large new tattoo across his chest and shoulders. At first, many fans thought the image was real. Some were excited, others were shocked. But pretty quickly, people realized something wasn't right. Digital experts and fans alike confirmed that the photo wasn't real at all. It had been created using artificial intelligence. That's when the conversation changed. What started as excitement over a possible new tattoo turned into a serious discussion about the use of AI and personal boundaries. Fans began calling out the problem. Making fake images of someone, especially when they didn't give permission, can be disrespectful, even if it seems harmless at first glance. Jungkook has actually spoken up about this kind of thing before. In the past, he talked about how AI-generated music using artists' voices without their consent could be dangerous. He didn't specifically mention fake photos back then, but his opinion on AI's risks was clear. And now, after this image went viral, his earlier comments feel more important than ever. Many fans jumped in to defend him. They said that even if the edited photo wasn't meant to be harmful, it still crossed a line. They felt that creating fake versions of real people, especially someone as constantly watched as Jungkook, can mess with their privacy and spread a version of them that isn't true. Some fans also pointed out that Jungkook already has plenty of real photos online. He's one of the most photographed celebrities in the world. So they asked, why do people feel the need to generate fake ones at all? Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and X are full of AI-generated content. Some of it is creative and fun. But when it involves real people, especially without their knowledge, it's easy to blur the line between admiration and invasion.